out there, fellow comic book fans? It is Friday night, and I am going to do my usual Friday night comic reviews. Considering that it was a short week last week, this is probably going to be a pretty short review since I only had 3 different comics. All right. Let's get this started. Now, I picked this one up just because I'm not even sure if this one was... Okay, I remember now. This one did not come out this week. It came out the week before, and it had piqued my interest the week before, but I was having issues with the money, and so I said, okay, I'll get it later. And I got it this week. And it was only $1.99. Excuse me. It is called Exciting Comics. It's number 1. You can even see, even though it says number 1 right there, it also says exciting, or what is it? Fantastic first issue. In case the number 1 right there didn't, tip anybody off. I actually enjoyed this. It was better than I thought it would be. It has 3 different stories in this one, and each one seems to be setting up 3 different characters who are all on the cover. Okay, this one is... Sorry, let me see if I can do this right. Okay, that lady right there, she is... a crime fighter who gets pulled into the future at some point, and I'm kind of wondering if this is the same person or not. There's another one who is a superheroine who is out. Sorry, one of them gets hired to steal stuff from one corporation and delivered to another. She doesn't care who hires her. It's the highest bidder, and then someone goes after her family. The other one is just a regular superhero. And then we have this dude right here who is an archaeologist over in Egypt. And it's kind of a weird story. He gets turned into some... I don't know what, because it happened the last page. So these are all origin stories. And it looks like they might be setting stuff up for, I don't know, maybe individual comics of each. Or possibly just having each issue like this one where all 3 of them are just a few pages each. But I'm kind of hoping that they're all going to go to individual titles because I'm interested in 2 of them. Not this guy. This one seems kind of boring. But the 2 female characters look really interesting. So I'm going to give this a 7.5 out of 5. I'm sorry. 7.5 out of 10, which would make it, what? Let's say 3.75 out of 5. Sorry. Batman 65, Part 3 of The Price. I know this is going to be kind of weird. I'm going to also give this a 3.75 out of 5. But I don't think this one was as good as Exciting Comics. The only problem is, the reason for that is, I expect a lot more out of Batman than I do something new. And while these stories are a little better than the stuff that King has been doing, it's not as good as the Tomasi run that is going on Detectives. But this story is better than what King has been doing lately, so I suggest you pick it up in the 4 issue, 2 of these, 2 of Flash. Get it in trade. Okay. Now, here's the last one is one that I picked up, again, purely just because I'd heard about it in coming issues videos, and someone had picked one up in their comic pull list that I saw before my shop opened. And it looked kind of interesting. Sharky the Bounty Hunter, #1. Sorry about this. I shouldn't have put this in. There you go. I shouldn't have put these in plastic before I did this. I am really glad that I picked this up. Really, really, really glad. It sounded sort of like and I'm giving away my age here, a BJ and the Bear type of thing from back in the 70s. But intergalactically, it is so much better than this. It's basically about Sharky, who's dude right here, who is a ex special ops military guy who is a bounty hunter. And you catch him on the first part of the final part of his of a run, and he winds up having sort of stuck with this kid, who I'm assuming is going to be his sidekick. And at the end, it sets up a big thing going for the next issue, and it's already pretty exciting. I have every intention of picking up #2. And if it stays this good, I will continue on with it. I'm going to give this a 4.25 out of 5 and suggest that if you like space, bounty hunting type stuff, or anything Mark Millar does, get it. All right. So that's it for this week. Let me know if you agree with what I said or not. And have a happy Friday, and talk to you later. Like and subscribe.